of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Coke Zero, AT&T, and by Southwest Airlines.
42-year-old Sean Miller, graduate of Pitt, is in his second season as the head coach at Arizona. And his starting five, he will play 10, by the way. Momo Jones, Kyle Fogg, Solomon Hill, Jesse Perry, and Derek Williams. Not a senior to be seen. And the starting five for the Duke Blue Devils, Nolan Smith, Seth Curry, Kyle Singler, and the Plumleys. Mason and Miles both playing very well here in the latter part of the stages. You might recognize this guy. He's the fella who has won 900 basketball games as he chases Bob Knight's all-time record of 902. Mike Krzyzewski. This game is brought to you in HD TV by LG. Life's good. And the officiating crew for this Duke Arizona game, John Higgins, Tom Eads, and Mike Nance. And your thoughts?
Well, you know, you got to consider the guard play. We talked about Nolan Smith. How did they handle the pressure? Lamont Jones, Momo, who we'll allude to during the course of this game, he's got to value the ball. It all starts with Duke on the D. Can you handle it with your offense?
Nolan Smith has the tip in his hands.
Vern Lundquist, Arizona, go.
Almost beat your record. That was 8 seconds in. Over it goes to Nolan Smith. What a brilliant season he's had. There's the jumper, no.
Over the top?
Over the top, Miles, I think so.
Miles Plumlee.
Miles Plumlee, the junior of the two brothers. Both starting now, as we said, at the end of the season.
The big thing with Duke is they spread you. They run a lot of quick hitters, a lot of action, a lot of individual ability displayed in their sets.
Momo Jones has the ball. Jesse Perry sets a screen for him, number 33. Nolan Smith on Momo Jones. Lamont Jones up. And he's 0 for 7 of his last few shots. Derek Williams, who did not have a particularly good game against Texas. He was 4 for 14 from the field, but boy, did he shine at the end.
Nice little play here, brother to brother. I love you. Duck in deep. You got to take that away.
Solomon Hill had a brilliant game in that win over the Longhorns. This is Hill. Off the glass and short. Plumlee's both touched it. And that will be Arizona's ball.
And at the other end, they both touched it as well, Vern. You can just see just a nice little display of footwork. And, of course, the upper body strength. The little kid's delivery with the hook.
This youthful Arizona team beat Texas by 1. Amazing finish. At one time, Arizona led by 13. They were up by 11 at the half. Here's Perry. And the foul's called on Singler.
And that's the energy, Vern. He really brings something to the game, I think. We both spoke to Sean Miller the other day, or yesterday, I should say. And there's something about his play. He's an aggressive kid. Very strong on the glass, good frame, plays with a lot of confidence.
Transfer from John Logan Community College in Illinois.
Does all the little things, the coach said.
One more free throw. Rebound Singler off the miss. Nolan Smith has it.
He's very good with a crossover on that left side. Nice little slip.
And it's tipped. There's the lead. 3 men defensively. Solomon Hill. Back it goes to Derek Williams. He hits 58%.
He's worked on that.
58% from three-point range.
He's not afraid to step out there. Now that's in your head a little because he posts. He's got a mid-post, puts it on the ground, slip screens. Tough match.
It's only the 63rd he's taken, but it's the 37th that he has made. Smith at the other end.
Pretty good coverage. Singler does a great job telling people who to cover. Good penetration again.
Nice defensive Plumlee.
Hill can get to the rim.
Miles Plumlee with that block. Back outside, Singler for three.
That's big.
It's huge.
That's big. And you know what I love during his struggles? He still takes the same shot. And in talking to people around the Duke program, there's nothing technique-wise. Just all of a sudden wasn't making them.
Derek Williams.
Look at this strength and speed.
Travel.
Now we talk about defense and just the ability to get down. Just got a little piece of the skin, but anytime you can kick it out, defense collapses. Nice stroke. He's been doing that for a few years. Kyle Singler, terrific talent.
Mike Krzyzewski goes to his bench now. Kyrie Irving is on the floor, number one.
And fun to watch.
Ryan Kelly is also out there, number 34. Singler.
He is
Watch
back.
out.
He is back. I mean, he does everything else. He didn't stop doing all the other things, whether it's rebounding, driving, finishing around the rim. And now that's going. And what a time of the year to do it, right?
Yeah, he has really struggled this year shooting the basket.
Nice defense by him there.
Here's Irving. Torn ligaments, right big toe against Butler on December 8th. He missed the next 26 games, but he was made available, cleared by the doctors just before the NCAA tournament began.
Now look how they stretch your defense. On the wing are all great threats.
Singler has hit two big, long shots early. Tries to draw the foul, no call. And it's in the hands of Jesse Perry. Jones, number 12. 0 for 6 in that game against the Longhorns. Whistle call away from the ball.
Well, you mentioned Kyle Singler. He is relaxed and comfortable, stroking that jumper. What a compliment to the offense.
8-6. Duke leads in a positive early sign for Kyle Singler, who has struggled. Take a look particularly at the three-point percentage on the right side. It slipped all the way to 14% in the month of March, but look at the start, Bill.
Scrap that graphic. This kid has a terrific stroke. You're going to get into little slumps, but what they do is they spread you so much. You've got to cover so much floor. They get some wide open opportunities of drives or kickouts from the box.
That foul just before break was Ryan Kelly. There's Derek Williams stepping in front of the ball and getting the steal.
He's the point guard here today.
Yeah, how about that?
And he can go. Nice help by Mason.
That. Mason Plumlee with the block. The three doesn't go. That's Horn, who's off the bench.
Tough penetration. That's what he does best, I think. You know he can shoot it. Mason Plumlee runs the floor as well as any big man. He's down at the rim.
8 unanswered, excuse me, Bill. 8 unanswered by Duke. And Sean Miller has gone to his bench. He's got 3 fresh bodies on the floor. That's Kyle Fogg, number 21, who started the game. And he ends at 8-0 run.
And Fogg, one of those guys that can stretch the D as well. Terrific deep shooter. Little flex and a hold.
Got Kevin Parham with the foul. Get coverage of the Division I Women's Basketball Tournament at ncaa.com/Final Four. Kyrie Irving will inbound now. Nolan Smith, Singler, Ryan Kelly.
Singler up, then gets a bump by Plumlee. Look at this kid go to the hole. That is gorgeous. 6'9", 6'10". I stood on the floor. He is a big guy, Vern.
He is playing tonight in his 148th consecutive game. That ties Christian Laettner for the all-time Duke record. And it's Singler's 147th shot. Yes?
That brings back some good memories for you as Derek steps out. One of the great games on calls by Kentucky Duke.
That was Duke, Kentucky, March 28, 1992. You know, we looked it up. As Mike Krzyzewski earned his 900th win the other night. That was win number 368. There's Irving going air, gets the ball back.
Nice save.
20 years ago since that game almost.
It's amazing. You haven't changed a bit.
Again. Thank you.
He turns and he's a threat. At a little 8 feet now, he can shoot it, go either way, or make a play.
Off the glass. No! Oh!
Goodness!
How do you do?
Say it isn't so. A tomahawk.
Man, oh man, that was something. There's a miss.
It's only 2.
I understand.
But it still was.
It was impressive. No, Kyrie Irving.
Tough. You don't relax with Duke. They're going to keep after you. But this one will be shown quite a few times. Reach back. Woo! That is extraordinary.
I was smiling as Kyrie Irving took it down at the other end, because Kyrie Irving, if you pronounce his name in the Latin, it's Kyrie, a part of the Catholic Mass, as you know, the Kyrie eleison, and it means Lord have mercy. And I was tempted to use it after that Derek Williams slam.
Well, you know, you say that Kyrie, and I get nervous because it's just about the collection time. Two great little performers, huh? One big, one little, I should say, in Irving with his penetration, and that was just amazing by that guy. He wasn't the top player coming in, right? Sean was saying he just worked at his game.
They thought about redshirting him. Sean Miller telling us yesterday of the 5 sophomores who are the core of this Arizona team, Derek Williams was the least highly regarded when they entered school. There's the pressure.
And they got timeout by Sean.
Yeah.
Lavender picked it up.
17-13. Duke by 4. Time now for the Powerade Sideline Report. And with pleasure, we welcome in Leslie Bissell.
Oh, Vern, as you and Billy and everyone in the studio and all the ships at sea know, Mike Krzyzewski needs only 3 wins to pass the all-time record of his coach and mentor, Bob Knight. Mike, of course, would rather talk about Arizona, but it's very much on the minds of his players. Nolan Smith said to me, I would consider it one of my greatest accomplishments if I could help him break that record. Vern?
Well, if they survive and advance, he would break the record in Houston. But first, there's Jordan Mays, who canned that 3. He was perfect against Texas. Off the bench, he had 16 points. The bench really was important in that 1-point win.
Irving getting to the rim again. That's twice now. Great hold off. I really like Walker. Is he hurt? I just see him holding his
I did too, yes.
Yeah. Either that or he's having a draw issue.
Oh, I hope it's the former.
We can relate to that. Nice anticipation by Smith. They get the nickel dimer by Irving. But what a compliment. Now that lets Smith play off the ball, but defensively so tenacious here. A little hesitation, and like all good guards, you go right at the body. And right after that, he was holding on to the side. Hopefully it's okay.
Foul was called on Irving. You know what? Just watching his reaction, I think he's yanking up the shorts.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Loosey-goosey.
Andre Dawkins is off the Duke bench, number 20. And Kirill Nadjapkov is off of the Arizona bench.
And I can call him nasty.
Time called, 11:47 to go, first half. Watch live video and get real-time box scores, stats, and social media updates during the game on your iPhone or iPad with NCAA March Madness On Demand app. For details, go to mmod.ncaa.com. You have a lot of apps on your iPhone?
Very much so. If my kids were around.
3 on the shot clock.
And what a nice use of the bounce, huh?
Well, Derek Williams and Kyle Singler off to terrifically similar starts.
You know, they don't make a lot of mistakes. I mean, that's the first thing. And, they provide a lift and leadership. There's some qualities that are so essential when you think of championships. They lay down little zone? No, they're straight.
Okay. This is Solomon Hill, number 44.
And I say zone because I don't use it much, but because of Boeheim being the assistant in the Olympics, Mike has played in 2-3.
That's right.
I'm not sure about Mike speaks to him when he does, but nice help on the post. That really makes the big guy feel pretty good.
Hell ball, possession arrow will go to Arizona.
Arizona ball 1 bounds on alternating possession.
I must say, look at the tip. I have not seen them play any zone coming down the stretch. This great man-to-man.
Stolen, Curry. Nolan Smith.
Nice
Singler
run.
wants it. And he's taken down.
Got to call that, huh?
Wow.
The bigs run the floor, and they give it up to one another. Post up, little baby hook, finishing the kick out after the rebounder. Post up, and Singler open, playing big time now at the right time, stroking that jumper.
Lamont Momo Jones is back on the floor at the point for Arizona. Wildcats winners of the Pac-10. I beg your pardon, they lost in the championship game in overtime to Washington.
Well, nice locking of the pivot foot.
Hill. Jumper, yes. Kyle Fogg gets his second field goal.
Yeah, that's his game. He can really stick the deep one. Yeah, talking about teams getting better. I think Arizona's gotten better in their defense, too. Saw an early game with Rice, and they've just grown. And how about him? So is he. Drilling that jumper off the bounce.
Nolan Smith with a brilliant senior season for the Blue Devils.
Great attitude, doesn't he? And it just gives you everything. Look at the foot movement to contain the dribbler.
There's Derek Williams, already in double figures. Clean block by Plumlee.
Stood big.
Mason this time. And a reminder for all of you that Butler and Wisconsin playing in New Orleans over on TBS. As Turner and CBS collaborate to bring you March Madness.
Nice. I love this little play. Dribble handoff, give him a good look. And Mason gets right to the rim.
Momo Jones.
Not afraid to switch. Look at Singler working the post. Forces a deeper catch.
The trap comes.
Pretty play. Double.
Derek Williams. Wow. Kyrie Irving.
Nice extra pass.
Yes, it was. And a nice block for Arizona. That was Williams again. Back outside, inside the arc.
It's in
That's
the jeans.
for 2.
It's in the jeans.
You think?
I would say Dell, one of the great pure shooters. He's passed it on extremely well.
Of course, Del Curry, graduate of Virginia Tech, 16 years in the NBA. That one doesn't fall. And Seth's brother Stephen, great star. Oh, almost looked like an elbow.
They do a great job on the wing and crossover, particularly Smith. But on this double, this hurts, Vern. You got to pay the price when you play defense. Goodness. Wow. That'll rearrange the chicklets, huh? Hopefully he's all right. got to be tough to play post D, don't you?
You're asking me?
I don't think. Well, you made a dribble down there once.
Thanks for
a few years ago.
Thanks for
As long as you don't dribble with me.
Oh, my goodness. Williams, and he is fouled.
Good play. Good hustle. How about the foot speed? You've got Curry, who's quick, and Williams, who's quicker. Look at this. They start even. That's unbelievable at his size and weight. And look at these. Jump on board. We're near Disney. You get a free ride.
Matter of fact, he played high school ball at La Mirada. It's only 10 minutes away, and to honor him, the Arizona Wildcats held their workout yesterday at La Mirada High School.
Nice entry.
Here's Williams. Oh, yeah.
Over the two. He is just mean in there.
Richard Page, the SID at Arizona, was telling us he did start his first game, but it was against Wisconsin in game 3. He had 23 and 8, and they thought, oh, we got something special.
Something's pretty good here.
That was last year.
And by the way, Kelly with that drive, he does a nice job dribbling and getting to the rim besides the mid-ranger. Out of bounds.
On the line. 7:50 to go. Good one going on in Anaheim.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the Ram Truck brand, and by the Miller Lite Home Draft.
$7:50 remaining here in Anaheim in the first half. Arizona 8 of 18. Duke has hit 50%. Both proficient from long range, and Duke has turned it over only 13 times. Derek Williams has been a load. Wow.
Just carrying this team, and of course all the help defense. He's able to negate it with his quickness for the release and the use of either hand. Terrific around the rim in that aspect.
Jamel Horn, number 42, is on for the Wildcats now. Here's Nolan Smith. Offensive foul.
Well, they were ready, but you brought up Williams, and why not? I'm going to give you a heavy dose, Fern. He has been extraordinary. There's that left, the step back jack with some nylon. And how about the mid-range game as well? And say goodnight. Send it in, big fella. Woo! That was extraordinary.
23-20. Kyle Fogg. Jordan Mays, number 20, off the glass, no. Rebound, Nolan Smith.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's got 2 now. 2 fouls, that is.
Kyrie Irving for 3. Easy. Easy.
2 to the goal, and then he steps back. So now you own the defender. In this case, Kyle Fogg.
Irving in double figures already, as we've mentioned throughout, and we will continue to do so. He missed 26 games from December 8th until the NCAA tournament started with ligament damage in his right big toe. Much more serious than it looked when it happened. Singler for 3. Nope, not this time. Tip back, and Singler is hit by Jordan Mays.
Yeah, nice job by Plumlee keeping that thing alive. Well, one thing when you watch Duke, they do such a great job on the end. He's going to get a little blown out with the 2 fouls. You know, Nolan Smith's such a tough competitor, containing this guy, Chris Collins down there. Just Chris and Wojo all help with the Olympics as well. Run all the drills.
Singler, and it counts.
I think he got a little break there. He may have taken an extra step, but he does love that move left and drop. That's his favorite move. Well, maybe not. Maybe he got him up in time.
Are you going to apologize in person?
Not to him, but maybe the officials.
Oh, okay. Well, Singler, the senior out of Medford, Oregon, with a terrific start tonight.
This early in the year, he played his brother, EJ, when they played.
Yep.
Yeah. Quite a thrill.
Support disaster relief efforts to help those affected by the Japanese earthquake And the Pacific Tsunami text Red Cross to 90999 to give $10. CBS Cares.
See how they spread? And then if you don't have this, you got a kick to any wing. All good shooters, but I think he's healthy, getting more minutes. Kid really has control of his game.
12-2 Duke run. Timeout Arizona.
You can't speed him up. He really understands with different speeds when to explode to the rim. Solid play by the rookie.
Masters live streams exclusive video of Amen Corner, 15 and 16, and featured group. For more, go to cbssports.com/masters and masters.com.
I've heard those pipes on Masters.
Get to go back.
Yeah, good for you.
I haven't ruined the invitation yet.
Great television. Great television.
It is.
Yes, sir.
You did that well.
Yeah, not well. I've been listening to you for years. By the way, nominated for an Emmy. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you very much.
It's incredible.
Humility doesn't become me. You realize that.
Listen, you've been at it a long time. It's well deserved.
Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate that. Duke opening it up with this 12-2 run in Arizona now. That's a momentary Band-Aid. Kyle Singler has led the way. From Medford, Oregon, he's going to get a little rest now.
And as he goes out, they played Oregon, and his brother mentioned got 11 points. His brother got 11.
Right.
Averaged 11 and almost 6
dirty
rebounds.
and easy.
And terrific that they were able to go up there and reunite.
Well, it's a nice thing that a lot of college programs do. For a brilliant senior, they will take the team back. If Jimmer Fredette played a game in Glens Falls against Vermont, as a matter of fact.
Sold it out. I had a lot of seniors I'd like to take back to their house and then leave. Well, they probably felt the same way about me. But a lot of guys, I think Dean Smith is one of those guys, nice penetration, and then the strip. Give it.
There he is. Taken down hard by Miles Plumlee.
That is great basketball on both ends. The give, the sprint. I'm impressed with his speed, Vern. This elevation, and that's the kind of basketball play you like to see. Hard, competitive, and highly ethical. Fair play.
Yeah, absolutely. One more. Ryan Kelly comes on, and he will give Miles Plumlee, the junior, a rest. So it's Kelly and Mason Plumlee, the sophomore. There's another Plumlee in Duke's future, too, right?
Yeah. There'll be three. The Bockhorns are the only other family, by the way.
The Bockhorns from where?
From Dayton.
Thank you.
Three brothers play together.
Smith, Singler, and Plumlee have 2 each. Ryan Kelly.
There's that play. A nice coverage by Arizona. Well prepared.
Spin move. Plumlee. Nope.
How about that? 6'10" and agile. Mason Plumlee didn't get what he wanted at the other end. It wasn't from lacking of effort.
That one's called on Seth Curry. That's 2 on him. So see how Mike Krzyzewski massages his bench now with 5:01 to go in the first half.
And Williams really hasn't been moved around as much as I thought he might on the other end defensively. It's a little blow now as well.
Yep. Solomon Hill, the sophomore out of Los Angeles Fairfax, a large number of this Arizona squad from the Southern California area. Coming up on AT at the half, Greg Gumbel, Greg Anthony, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley take you out for a live look at Butler and Wisconsin on TBS. You'll have the latest tournament news, plus a Naismith watch presented by AT&T. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
Yeah, we mentioned solid job. Hill, 16-8 against Texas. A lot of contributors in that game. Look at this beautiful ball screen, and he can get to the rim. Mason, he won't have to work for a living. He'll be playing. Mason's work hard, though.
Romo Jones, dish off the glass and good.
And that's what Sean wants from him. Get others involved. Think pass first. Thinks he's grown in that area.
4:23 to go. And a foul on the Duke bench. We noticed Kyle Singler getting a little medical attention. Working on his right wrist or hand. I'm not sure which.
He's ready. This
Yeah,
kid is
yeah.
he's a gamer, but our fellas in the truck, Mark Wolf and well, that was Mason, but must have jammed it up earlier.
Suzanne Smith, our
Suzanne's
director.
and then the good shots.
Irving with the free throw. Singler ready to come back.
It was a toughness. I had the misfortune of playing against Mike when he was the Army coach.
Did you now?
Oh, yeah.
You were the head coach at LaSalle.
No, Seton Hall.
I'm sorry, Seton Hall. You played at LaSalle.
Played poorly, coached poorly. What's the difference, I guess? But they were tough, and obviously West Point, you would expect that. He's taken that same toughness with these kids who are higher level basketball. And here's the dunk that we were looking for earlier. They just got it jammed up in there, maybe under the glass as well.
Could have been.
Good catch by Suzanne and our great camera crew have been working hard all week. Nice denial.
That's on the line, though. It will be Arizona ball. 35-27 with 4:05. Well, Mike Krzyzewski, 900 wins ago as the head coach at West Point. His first victory, first of the 900 against Lehigh. And after winning 9, he was hired by Tom Butters at Duke in his last year at West Point.
And Tom Butters, so highly respected, was the guy that said, you know what? Mike struggled the first couple of years. He had that great class of Dawkins,
Right.
Lowry, and Jay Billis.
Who was that?
JJ.
I thought you mentioned it.
You never know his partner's best friend. Nice screen by Kelly.
There's an answer.
They do. And good movement without the ball sets it up for Dawkins.
Andre Dawkins gets 2. It's 37-30. 3.5 to go. But that was the first of the great Duke. Well, you know, I can't even say that. Bill Foster
they
had
were
a
good.
great team with
Vic Bultis was great.
Spinarco,
Yeah,
Jaminski, Eugene Banks. That was in the late 70s.
Right.
But Arizona's not going away, are they?
They absolutely are primed. They're not in as much trouble. Kelly almost walked.
Ryan Kelly. Put back.
How about that?
Oh, my goodness.
I think they might give it to Singler. Was it Plumlee?
It was Mason Plumlee gets credit for it.
Too many blonde hairs out there. Yeah, activity at the rim. And here's the Richmond zone. The 3-2 now. This is because of the foul difficulty, I think. Keep Nolan Smith on the floor with only the 2. With the 2.
Jones, jumper, good. Adjustment after he left his feet.
Good play by Momo.
Sean Miller up and encouraging his team. That ignites a passion from the Arizona fans. In the corner, jumper, Plumlee.
Pretty.
Back outside, Dawkins. 3 off the mark. Rebound, Derek Williams. Here come the Wildcats, trailing by 4.
And back to man. One trip was enough.
Ryan Kelly, Williams. There's a rare miss. He's 7 of 10. And a foul in the backcourt with a flying elbow.
Singler.
1:54 remaining before the break. Duke by 4 with 1:54 to go. Sean Miller's Arizona Wildcats, the youthful team from Tucson, with a real tenacity displayed here in the first half.
He was concerned about entering the ball to the forward spot against this great pressure by Duke, so he thought he'd dribble it out on occasion, and they really haven't had any difficulty. His brother Archie, now Archie was a shooter. Sean was a distributor. He got people involved. Archie, of course, North Carolina State, reunited with his brother here. His dad, I believe his dad's home, he said, John.
Yeah, I think that's right. Great basketball coach in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. You heard that name before. It's associated with a guy named Namath.
Black Hawk, I believe.
Yeah, Black
John
Hawk.
was there.
Yeah, he's outside. Up all the way, too strong. Tip. Look at that. Let's see who got it. It might have been Singler, or you think it was Dawkins? Yeah, Dawkins got it.
Can't give him those cheap ones for Arizona. Be careful the next minute and 20. Look at the denial all over. I just love the way Singler, he's a great traffic cop. Always looking to help, deny. Cover, recover. They're not holding the ball. They're just having problems right now.
Yeah. Shot clock at 10.
Plumlee will show, string it out, and then recover.
4-3. Jumper, no.
That's all defense.
Singler, and he's fouled.
A total defensive sequence. I mean, every little drill you run, they perform. Every trip, you don't play for Coach K.
Greg Gumbel in New York with a Southwest Tournament update over on TBS in New Orleans. Butler gets the layup from Andrew Smith here. They hold a 4-point lead on Wisconsin with just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. Back to Anaheim and Vern.
All right, Greg, thank you. And, of course, earlier tonight on TBS, you saw Florida advance by defeating Brigham Young University in overtime, 83-74. And so Florida will await the winner of Wisconsin-Butler. Here, the winner of this one will take on UConn on Saturday. UConn prevailed over San Diego State. Singler misses the second.
Amazing run of the point now. Effective shooter, backup point. And Nasty in there. Terrific screener.
Nasty. Kirill Nastyakov from Dnipropetrovsk. Almost got it right.
God bless you.
Well, I just wanted a chance to try it out.
Look at the challenge.
Yes.
Numbers. Look at the big kid run, Plumlee.
Yeah, did he ever?
Oh,
did he ever?
Oh, sprinting. Full tilt. He read that. He sniffed that out in the 3-second lane.
Mason Plumlee galloped and was rewarded. The assist from Kyrie Irving. 4 seconds to go. Jumper.
Oh, what more do you need? That came down wet, Vern. Wow.
Kyrie.
We have seen him do incredible things. You can't guard any better. Contested. Whoop. Nylon from deep on a big fella. Expanding his game.
Let's go to Leslie with Mike Krzyzewski.
Coach, great start for Kyle Singler. What were your thoughts on the first half, and what will you talk about?
Well, Williams has been fantastic. He's been phenomenal, and he's the difference right now. We're playing well, but he's playing great. And just like the last shot he hit, he's having a fantastic half.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Back to you.
All right, Leslie, thank you. Derek Williams with 25 points. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Lowe's, LG, UPS, and by Buick.
Welcome back to Anaheim. We're set for the second half, 44-38. Arizona coach Sean Miller a moment ago with Leslie Bissell.
Coach Derek Williams is as advertised, but giving up too much to Duke.
You know, their second shots, Leslie, are really hurting us. I mean, 11 points off second shots, and, you know, that's something that you really have to control. You know, sometimes the first shot that goes in, they have some really good players and they execute, but when they miss, you know, being able to hold serve and not give them those second shots, you know, to me, that's because of Derek's extraordinary effort. That's why we're still down 6 points.
Thank you.
All right, Leslie, thank you. Derek Williams, 25 points, 8 of 11. He's got 6 rebounds. There's not much he has not done.
It's been spectacular.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredible what he's been able to do. This is a terrific game, high level. I think it's going to boil down to rebounding.
Do you now?
Pretty much, I think, you know, second chance points is what Sean was talking about. I think you've got to get anything loose.
Well, let's take you through the highlights of the first half. It was a team game for Duke. I'm not suggesting it wasn't a team game for the guys in blue and red, but Kyrie Irving stepped up. Derek Williams just had a magnificent first 20 minutes.
What a hammer that was.
This game is brought to you in HD TV by LG. Life's good. Speaking of good first halves, the guy just above us, Kyle Singler, was terrific, and he'll inbound now to Nolan Smith.
14-6 for Singler. Pretty good work.
Curry.
Nice curl.
Yes, it was. Fade away. Nice start for Duke.
Soft. Yeah, you got to concentrate now, particularly in the backcourt. You don't want to cough it up and get runouts for Duke.
Solomon Hill. There's the switch. Singler down to try and knock the loose ball, and a foul is going to be called on Solomon Hill.
The takedown there. Well, that's what happens. They just are tenacious in the right spot, help one another. Look, he was hurt. One of those hip bruises, maybe, when he hit the floor.
Seth Curry goes down.
Oh, yeah, right there on the right. Oh, yeah. Goodness. But look how tenacious they are with the hands. And right away, that reaction.
And Curry limps over to the Duke bench. So Kyrie Irving quickly off the bench and back into the game. Here's Singler.
Well, they do a great job fading or curling, as Smith just did. A little reach in.
And a trip.
Always in an attack mode, Vern. Ready to go. They shut it down. They find an alternate plan.
Winner here gets UConn on Saturday. Here's Irving. Loose ball tracked down and thrown right at Derek Williams.
Aren't you impressed with his handle?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He's fearless out there.
Well, you noticed a while ago, like Magic Johnson, he was out of the point.
Oh, pretty good block by Crumley. They got somebody else, I think, underneath. But did they? They got him. Singler teamed up with Williams. And this is just terrific up top, huh? Well, I guess he did. They got his arm there on the way down, but Singler fronting that post. They should be able to get it into the forward spot and dump it down.
Miles Plumlee picks up his third. Solomon Hill at the line. Solomon Hill was one of three players, Derek Williams and Lamont Jones, the others who committed initially to Southern California. And then when Tim Floyd was released at USC, they asked for their release of their commitment. It was granted. Actually, Jones and Hill signed with Arizona first, and because, as we've said in the first half, Derek Williams was the least highly regarded of the five guys who came in. He was the last to sign.
Christmas came early for Sean Miller, didn't it?
Christmas came late in his senior season. It was, and then shocking. I mean, you've seen a great display tonight.
Nice display
of the multitude of talents he has.
Hold on.
And here he is at the other end. Singler. Is there a little effort involved in that?
I just love this kid. Every game gives 100%. This is just incredible pursuit. This is a basket. He knows it. He's just going to make sure, get the defense set, all-out effort. If you're a freshman or a sophomore, it behooves you to tee it up every day when you got a guy like that as a senior.
You know, now in the evening's broadcast, we have gotten a pilfer and a bahoo.
And no bereavement.
And the night is not yet over.
I guess they're going to have to maybe at the hand, the elbow. He got one in there.
Well, he got a foreburn, but it may have been a little more than that. So he'll head over to the Duke bench. And this will be a very quick bandage. There's blood on the floor here in Anaheim. And so there's a stoppage of play.
Vern, if you saw the bench react to his dive on the floor, I happened to look over. Everybody got up and just applauded. Tremendous action by the big guy.
Well, Ryan Kelly comes in during the stop. Singler was ready to come back, but they said, From the corner. Oh, yeah.
Well, does that help on the kick? And that's what he does. Kyle. Seeing through the night air.
Well, there's Kyrie Irving with an answer.
Pretty good. Great discard legally. Showed some strength.
48-43. Wildcats. There was Ryan Kelly.
Good effort. Good effort. Rising big. Hill does a lot of things for this team, too. What a nice compliment to Williams up front.
Duke and Arizona together again. Of course, they met in the national championship game in 2001 in Minneapolis. Mike Dunleavy hit 3 threes late in that game to give Duke a lead they never relinquished. Richard Jefferson had 19 for Arizona. Here's Kelly. No. Williams holds off Plumlee and then grabs the rebound, and it's a 3-point margin.
Nice look. How about that rearrangement? Well, they've had a good run of drive, draw, and find.
And it's a 1-point deficit for Arizona. 48-47. UConn's into the Elite Eight, so is Florida, and Jimmer Fredette wound up his career losing in overtime, but 30 points in each of his last 5 games. And let's go back to the highlight of this one.
How about Momo is in locomotion, getting in the lane, 4 assists, no turnovers, and that was a big concern. How would he handle penetrate, kick, and a great adjustment at the 10.
Nolan Smith into the corner, jumper, got it for 3. Andre Dawkins for the 3-point shot.
Vern, they decimate you with the dribble drive.
Mistimed rebound effort, blocked. And there's the run out. Kyrie Irving is back. And he's fouled.
Boy, they just spread the floor, Duke. Fantastic. A great feel as they get in the lane. They know exactly where people are organized and set to step into jumpers as Dawkins did.
Well, we finally made it to a promo here, Bill.
Good.
Next Thursday on CBS, it's Revenge of the Nerds. Don't miss it. Big Bang Theory next Thursday only. CBS.
Like our Google boys. Gives us all that information.
Irving has 18 in his 3rd game back after missing 26 games in a row.
Williams has had a lot of touches because the dribble drive is working, but also now they got the switch. Singler had been on him.
Oh, yes.
Too tough.
That's inside the arc.
All the little things, and then he contributes that way. Very tough.
Jesse Perry, here's Nolan Smith over the rim into the hands of Solomon Hill. He'll go all the way and then kick it outside. A foul is called as he makes the pass.
Well, that typifies Duke as well, but you've got to avoid those charges. Real heads-up play.
Here's bad news for Duke. That's 3 on Kyle Singler. Spot up 3. No. Perry with a rebound. The dish. Of course it goes through.
And his use of the offhand is spectacular. Nice cross.
The rebound, Perry, 2-on-2. Momo Jones pull up, we're tied. Arizona with a chance for the lead. And they will go to the free throw line to try and get it. Momo Jones. the sophomore from Harlem, New York. This jumper notches it 53 all.
To beat Duke or to stay in a game with him, you've got to learn how to use the dribble and distribute the basketball. They're so tough in denial. You've got to get in that lane, get a foot in the 3-second area, and then have Jones pull up to manufacture little post-ups, simple shots, effective.
And he's got a chance to put Arizona on top, which he has just done.
A lot of pressure on him when you think of what he has to do in running the show. Mentioned no turnovers thus far. That is extremely effective.
First Arizona lead since it was 6-5. And they're up by 2. Irving and Singler's on the floor with 3. He's got the ball in his hands. Entry pass.
Good. Well, got the hands, but nice kick out.
Only the 4th team foul. And the 2nd on Momo Jones. Smith brings it back outside. Dawkins.
Well, offense. Good call.
Yes, it sure was.
Stuck that arm out there. Right now they're struggling on the offensive end, and one thing Sean said to both of us, our defense has gotten a lot better, and they have. They've contained the dribble, which in turn lets you stay at home on the deep shooters. I love the way they switch and cover for one another. Singler now with the post denial and a double.
Jumper Horn.
Wow. Being in the right spot. Horn of plenty.
11 unanswered for the young men from Tucson.
Well, Duke's taking some hits right now. They got to be effective on this end.
Irving, no rebound. That's 9 rebounds in this half. 9 for Arizona. You thought it might come down to a rebounding edge.
Look at this kid. He's banging that chest. He wants Momo.
Arizona has scored 13 without a counter from the Duke Blue Devils. Here's Momo Jones.
Well, everybody likes to stay connected. It's tough when you got a guy with the foot speed on a ball screen. He is going hard, and we told, of course, he and Nolan Smith, it's the Oak Hill rivalry. How about that extraordinary speed and ability to avoid in traffic and pounding that ticker.
This all began when Kyle Singler had to go to the bench.
Yeah,
with a bloody hand. Singler.
Nice coverage. What a reaction. Mays. Jordan really terrific pursuit.
Brendan Lavender, number 24, is on the floor now for the Wildcats of Arizona.
Well, they play a lot of people. 10 guys over 36 times. That's amazing.
Irving gets it inside to Singler.
This is what you really need. Look at the help. Wow, triple and still a factor. That's what they have to do. I think they got to be a little tough-minded in the box area.
It stops the hemorrhage. First Duke field goal in 4 minutes. The find underneath. Williams short.
What
short again?
Oh, Plumlee.
Yes, it was. At the other end, Bill.
And at this end, just all the congestion, the pump, the bite, and the ability to power up. Very demanding twos. We got some shooters on the wings right now. How about
face. Even Derek Williams had a sly smile on that one. Wow, brother.
And why not? How about this reaction? He almost hit his head. Look at this, he's got to duck the head. That is big time rejection. What a presence. Whew. That's more than a message. That's a novel.
Horn at the line, shooting 2. My gracious.
Just make the deuce and make the 2 fouls. That's how you react.
Kirill Natyazko is on the floor now. Young man from, I get to say it twice.
Good for you.
Dnipropetrovsk, Ukraine.
How would Al McGuire handle that?
He'd lay out.
Yeah, he'd say, the big fella. Natyazko.
He'd be an aircraft carrier.
That's right. That's
part of the Soviet Navy.
No,
basket counts.
No, on the floor they're saying, I think.
Oh.
He was pointing at the floor.
Yep. No basket.
Now, the one thing about this Duke team and this guy here, Mike Krzyzewski, they've been in wars every year, doesn't matter who. Everybody gives them their best shot. They've got the monster effort every night.
Nice. Ryan Kelly got it inside to Plumlee.
Pretty, other than the result.
Jordan Mays, and at the other end, Perrin for 2.
Hey, they are unabashed, attacking.
This is an Arizona team that needed to block from Williams to get by Memphis at the end. And they got a controversial 5-second count against Texas, but they now lead by 11.
This place is rocky.
Pull up 3, no.
Nice.
Arizona gets it again.
And Nasty, a really good screener, by the way. That Natyazko can make an open jumper as well. This deep bench has certainly helped Sean Miller. Tough shot.
A little too tough.
Yeah, really one of those.
Rebound Duke. Arizona's on a 19-2 run. Kelly is fouled as he brings the basketball down. Wildcats won their first 2 games by a total of 3 points. They lead here by double digits over Duke.
Greg Gumbel in New York with a tournament update for you. In New Orleans, over on TBS, Butler watched the pass from Matt Howard down low to Andrew Smith, but Andrew Smith has suffered a leg injury and he has left this game. We'll keep you updated. Meanwhile, Butler with a 37-24 lead. Back to Vern and company in Anaheim.
All right, Greg, and as we got you up to speed in New Orleans, Kyle Singler scored out of the timeout, and so it's 66-57. And a foul called against the Blue Devils.
A pretty good set play. Andre Dawkins gets called for that foul, but Singler with a great reaction to get free. If they're going to get back in it, it's defense. That's the trademark. That's the toughness of the program for Duke. Counter that with good offensive play, particularly by Momo Jones. Flawless without turnover.
Yes, he has been, and did not have his best outing of the season in that close win over Texas last week. That was the 3rd foul on Andre Dawkins, so how about that?
A push. They got Singler number 4. I don't know if that was sold. You know, one of those where your smart play is going to go out of bounds. The hands, I thought, were just, yeah, see the hand there? Just enough, but that's what you got to do. Sad for Duke and Singler. A cheap one that far away from the goal.
And that puts Derek Williams on the line. He's 4 for 4 for the day. He shoots 1 and 1.
You get a feeling he was ready for this game?
Oh, yes.
Oh, monumental effort. Just getting better every time you watch him.
We've mentioned throughout that he wasn't that big a prospect, but as a senior at La Mirada High School, and there is another call.
No, it was out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds.
So
Okay.
the sense offensive rebound again. Just not doing a good job right now. I think that would be 14-3 this half with the rebound margin.
Solomon Hill.
Nice steady walker. He does that very well. And unfortunately,
he walks well.
No, he
strolls.
He usually holds the pivot foot. He had too much luggage on board.
We near the midway point of the second half. Dawkins. Ten-point margin. Dawkins shoots 2.
This is how you get back in and make it easy with the shot clock, Vern.
What do you call a team of CIA operatives who defy intelligence? Chaos. Premieres Friday, April 1st. Only CBS.
Extend the floor now. And just be careful if you're Arizona.
Momo Jones brings it up. Derek Williams, Solomon Hill, Jesse Perry.
So there's got to be careful, extra careful.
Stays on the floor with 4 fouls. And Momo Jones.
That was funny. He's running by Sean Miller. Sean's like he's exalting. Get back. Get down the other end.
He's got a little strut in his stride, doesn't he?
Oh, goodness.
Turned it over. So Dawkins and Singler stay on the floor for Mike Krzyzewski. Singler 4 fouls. Dawkins has 3.
Same play as earlier now. So pretty good reaction all over.
Williams wants it, gets it.
Did he lose it? No, they got a piece.
Yep.
And Momo really guarded well by Singler as he turns the corner here. And just that step back that these kids do so well. He's looking at Sean there. That was great. Are you kidding me? Get down there.
Jesse Perry.
Nice pass.
Solomon Hill off the glass.
Good read and feel. Oh, what a nice space defensively.
Jumper for 3. No. Plumlee. Air ball. (33-15) in this half. It's hard to remember now. Look at the battle underneath.
2 offensive rebounds that trip.
But Singler did save it and gets it in Kyrie Irving's hands. Nice.
Smooth. I'm sorry, Brian. You said keep attacking for Arizona. Don't sit on it.
Rebounds. Mr. Raftery. I think we should just lay out now. Blocking foul. Derek Williams, the least highly regarded of the 5 recruits 2 years ago, now has 30 points,
He's on the marquee. You said Mr. to me, Mr. to him. Stepping up extraordinary, as good an effort as I've seen.
Send it in, Derek.
It doesn't matter. Sean will take it.
Well, a quick story. Sean Miller introduced us to 2 of his 3 sons yesterday, Cameron and Brayton, and they didn't know Bill, me at all. And Sean Miller said to his 2 boys, you know the phrase, send it in, Jerome? This is Mr. Raftery. He's the one who said it. There's Irving with a free throw.
And they were cute, weren't they, in the reaction?
Sean Miller made the pass to Jerome.
And he gets very offended if I don't mention it.
Irving will get a breather. Tyler Thornton's going to come in for the first time tonight. Number 3, the freshman out of Washington, D.C.
Seth Curry injured that hip and was hurt during the ACC and hasn't been back in, so that must still be bothering him.
Kyle Fogg. Parham.
I'm saying, why do that? Just a deuce, but they got it going. Great help.
Arizona's got another one. Screen by Natyatsko. Now he chases it down. The big fella, the aircraft carrier, is 6'11", 264.
That's not a screen. It's an obstacle.
Natyatsko played high school ball at the IMG Academy in Florida. That's where Sean Miller and the crowd found him. Jumper in and out. And another rebound. Well, Derek Williams. That was Horn.
Back in Anaheim, where Arizona has a 14-point lead, and I found one of the greatest Wildcats, Hall of Fame coach Lute Olson. Lute, what are you seeing in this second half?
Well, the Cats have really competed hard. First half, it seemed like we couldn't stop them. And if they did miss, they got the offensive tip. But the second half, we just looked like a totally different team defensively.
Of all the great players you've coached, All-Americans, NBA players, who does Derek Williams remind you of?
Well, he's almost one of a kind, but his length and jumping ability reminds me of Andre Iguodala. But Derek is a better shooter, as you can see. He's 60% from 3 on the year.
He is. Quite a fine player. Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Vern.
Thank you, Leslie, and isn't it great to see him again?
The best.
Yeah.
Great guy. I love going down there.
Always a gentleman. Lute Olson.
Class act. Accomplished coach. Leslie mentioned Hall of Famer. And then you hear the crowd. I think he was just on the screen above. You heard Lute. I thought maybe you stood up. Not a lot of complaining. And then a bunch of them. Just relax a little bit. Fogg got upset. Jones trying to calm him down.
That's the 4th on Kyle Fogg. Arizona by 14. Look at the score in the second half. And look at the third line down. On the left, 18 rebounds for the Wildcats. 5 for Duke. Fogg will sit with his 4th foul.
Key now for Arizona. Value the ball. Duke obviously get themselves set. See if they can cause some difficulties. Not a steal, a tough shot.
Ball in the hands of Derek Williams. Look at him. Look at this. No hesitation. That one's knocked out of bounds by Duke.
And he's a little upset. I think he felt he got fouled. I thought maybe he should have fan dribbled. He got control of the game. Don't do anything silly. Nice screen and lob. Were they ready for that?
Yeah, they sure were.
Great job by
That's a little
Smith.
film study, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know everything the opponent's going to do. And Nolan Smith with the ability to elevate.
6:17 to go. The 5-seed Arizona, the Wildcats, against the top-seeded Duke Blue Devils. I'm tempted to say that I've seen this two-act play before this year, and it was just off Broadway. Last weekend in January, St. John's dismantled Duke at Madison Square Garden. First, we brought you real Coke taste and 0 calories. Now we're bringing you the most impressive moments of NCAA March Madness. Tune in April 2nd at 3 o'clock Eastern on CBS.
And then Court, the guy that was alert at the other end, and makes them. Now they're organized. I see NY over there.
Yeah, I
Archie.
did.
Yeah, New
Almost
York.
on cue, Archie Miller stood up. And he's got an offensive play called, and it's NY, New York.
I think he should have Houston on there.
Smith.
Pretty. Didn't finish.
Oh, my!
Numbers.
Momo Jones.
Well-run fast break. A little puff at the end with that delivery.
Irving. In and out.
Well, they're really struggling. Not going their way. But how about taking it to the opponent the way Arizona has?
Time to work on the clock. No. Well, it's time for a three-point shot.
So much for that philosophy. Right about now, you got to think about saving some of this with your Arizona. This is a flawless display. Steps.
And before the travel, there's a foul called. 82-66.
Say that again. It's incredible.
82-66.
And Derek Williams averages a little over 3 fouls a game. He has been solid too.
Well, I've said before on the air, Mr. Rafter, that working with you is sometimes because of the wisdom you dispense. Sometimes like working with Socrates. And you said a minute and a half into the second half, you thought it would come down to rebounding.
Well, I think you establish your name and your reputation and your physicality. And mentioning your 3 fouls on Williams, over 11 or 12 rebounds, but no fouls.
Yeah.
You know?
Under 5. Margin is 14. The rebounding edge in the second half, 19-6.
You do not see this with a Duke team. They are not doing anything wrong on that end. Duke really struggling on both ends.
Foul on Arizona.
Oh, this guy, Luke mentioned Sean Miller, unbelievable job with his club.
Duke has been outscored by 22 in this half. Smith, one more. Sean Miller, second season at Arizona. 5 years as very successful coach at Xavier. Won 3 Atlantic 10 events. I don't want to say that Arizona was chaotic at the time, but it was chaotic at the time.
Things weren't good.
No. And last year in Miller's first year, they went 16-15 and missed the tournament for the first time in 25 years. That ended the second longest streak in NCAA history, a streak held by North Carolina at 27.
A couple of veteran coaches and nice hesitation. How about this kid? He didn't fit in well. He takes the defender to him, Momo Jones, and then the cleanup on the left.
And a foul is called on Brendan Lavender. 3:47 to go.
Greg Gumbel in New York with this tournament update. Over on TBS in New Orleans, Butler continues to have its way with Wisconsin. Get this, Wisconsin has scored just 5 points. They're halfway through the second half. It is 47-29, Butler. Vern.
All right, of course, it was Butler against Duke a year ago. The winner of that game will advance to meet Florida on Saturday on CBS. And an uphill, a large hill to climb now for Duke, the defending national champions. And Kyrie Irving misses the first.
You know, it's amazing when you watch Arizona today, you're saying, is it Duke's defense or are they just unstoppable? I mean, they have made tough shots. We talked about the cleaning up of the glass. Good poised control by Fogg.
See real stories of human achievement featured on the Buick Human Highlight Reel at ncaa.com/Buick. You know what I'm just looking at, Bill? It's kind of surprising. If you look behind the Arizona bench, where the Arizona fans have been seated, well, there's a lot of empty seats. Now look over behind the Duke bench, where the Duke fans have been seated. They're all still here. No explanation for it. It's just surprising.
Well, that is not surprising.
No.
That attack by one of the premier performances I've seen in the tournament. This is just exceptional.
Career high for Derek Williams. That last basket was for 88-72. Yes, Bill?
And to answer you with the fans leaving, and maybe they were out at a barbecue celebrating already, you know?
It may be because they're not that far away from Southern California traffic.
True. True. Momo accentuates it.
Derek Williams had 25 points in the first half. Career high 32, 12 rebounds. He's 11 of 17 from the field.
And how about some of the hellacious send-it-ins? I mean, attacking the rim.
And you've been impressed with the overall game of Momo Jones, have you not?
Terrific. And that was the one area I thought Nolan Smith might get into him a little bit, cause him to speed his game up or be indecisive or quick decisions. And there's a guy that hangs in there, huh? Goodness.
I'm glad you had a line. I couldn't. Nothing appropriate for television came up. Smith, no.
Another rebound. The Gobbler.
13 rebounds for Derek Williams. Well, it all came down. We all remember a year ago. Gordon Hayward's shot clanging off the rim. And Duke defeated Butler. Duke about to go down. And Butler leading Wisconsin down in New Orleans.
Well, you don't want to foul now. You played good, D.
2 on the shot clock. There it is. Irving.
Pretty good catch, wasn't it?
Sure was. Timeout. Duke. 2:18 remaining. .90-74 West Region 2:18 remaining in this one. Mike Krzyzewski apparently will end the season with his 900th victory, and so his quest to surpass Bob Knight, his mentor and his former coach, will have to wait till next November.
It was a fantastic year for them, though. It's just so sudden. And this Arizona attack, as relentless as I've seen, just committed totally.
Back outside Momo Jones. And you know what? There's a foul, and it gives me a chance to explain something. I was looking over behind Sean Miller in the Arizona bench, and the people who have left dressed in red over there, except I see one guy. Those were the San Diego State fans. On the opposite side of the court, believe me, the Arizona fans are still here. So
they have you seeing red, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
That does happen occasionally in the morning.
Another one.
I think the rotation of players had its impact too. Sean, we mentioned playing guys all year long, over 10 men, 36 games, and this is beautiful.
Kyle Singler and Nolan Smith have been taken out of the game. That's his mom, Chris, on the left. His father, Ed, on the right. Down here from Medford, Oregon, Nolan Smith. His career will end in the Sweet 16, as will Singler.
Those kids can hold their heads high. Let me tell you, they have had extraordinary careers. Perfect examples of what college education and athletics is all about.
Arizona Wildcats are 90 seconds away from advancing to the Elite Eight. Momo Jones works in the shot clock. There's a shot from the corner. The putback, no. And we're nearing a minute to go. Taken away. Parham. Butler and Wisconsin going at each other in New Orleans. That game on TBS. We invite you to switch over there and watch the final moments of that one. This one was all Arizona in the second half.
Just great preparation. He had a convincing air about him, Sean, with the interview with Leslie, too. We're down 6. We got to do some things. And boy, did they. And they continue.
It's a long way to come to take an L, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But the other side of this picture is the jubilation for the Wildcats from Arizona. That's a 3 from Irving. The Wildcats knock out Duke, outscoring them 55-33 in the second half. Arizona takes on UConn Saturday here in Anaheim. It's a 3 and a 5, advancing to the Elite Eight in the West Regional. For Bill Raftery and Leslie Visser, Vern Lundquist, so long from Anaheim. Tomorrow on CBS, North Carolina against Marquette and Kentucky against Ohio State. We'll send you to our studio after these messages.